Welcome to the 10th day of Kefir. And this is a really fun recipe, similar to one that I have put on my website before, but we're going to change it up a little bit. And this is Kefir rice pudding. And the fun thing about this is when I was a little girl, around Christmas time, I was real little, I would play games at night. There were stories I had read about how there were elves in your kitchen that would make you breakfast. And I always wanted elves in my kitchen to make me breakfast and shoes. I don't know where the shoes came in, I think it was a story. But every morning I would get up and my mom would be making me breakfast, and I was slightly disappointed around the holidays that we didn't really have elves in our kitchen. So fast forward many, many years when I found Kefir, and Kefir sits on your counter and makes you breakfast every morning if you ferment it. So I don't have elves, but I have microorganisms that have probiotics in them that make me breakfast every morning. And so now all I need are the shoes. So we're good. So I'm going to teach you how to make this so every morning you're going to have your own little breakfast, and you can pretend that elves made them, or you can just tell your kids that you made it. So the first thing you're going to need is a canning jar. I like these size jars to make this in, and they're really easy. Everybody has them. And what you're going to need is some rice that is already made ahead of time that is cooked. You can use brown rice, you can use short grain, you can use long grain, you can use whatever you want. Just have it ready made, and I just keep it in the fridge. We're going to use a cup of rice to put in this. And I like the short grain rice. I think it's pretty. And the nice thing about these is they have measuring marks on them, so you know what a cup is. And then we're going to use 3/4 to a cup of kefir, just depending on how thick you want it. If you use 3/4 of a cup, it'll make the rice pudding just a little bit thicker. So we're gonna put a cup of kefir in here, and I always use second fermented kefir because it tastes better and has more nutrients, and you can find that on my site. And then to thicken it, we're gonna use chia seeds. And I'm gonna use a little bit more than I did in my breakfast pudding just to make it thicker. We're gonna use a tablespoon and a half. And this holds on to water and thickens things. It gets jelly-like. And it really makes this into like a thick kind of a custard thing. And I'm gonna add a few cranberries in here because it's Christmas and it's gonna taste good, because this is gonna be a Christmas breakfast pudding. And then here's the secret ingredient. You've seen these, they have these at the grocery store and they have them at health food stores, but what they are Mullen's spice bags. And they have cloves and cinnamon and ginger and lemon peel and orange peel in a bag. And they flavor things, all kinds of things. They do anything from a tea that you can make. I've had them flavor, they even do this with wine and warm apple cider. But oh man, they smell so good. But anyway, you're gonna put this in your bag. You're gonna put this in your jar here. Push it down under just push it down under the kefir. And what it's gonna do is when you sit this overnight in your fridge, it is gonna flavor it with cinnamon, orange, apple bits, lemon, and it is gonna taste like Christmas. You're gonna put that in there. You're gonna put your lid on. Just stir it around just a little bit. So there's one more thing that I want to add to this to really make it taste really good and have that kind of Christmas flavor in the morning. And that is a little bit of maple syrup. And just depending on how sweet you like your breakfast cereal here, you're gonna just add a little bit. I kind of drizzle it in like you would on a pancake. Just like that. Put your lid back on, and I kind of just let it sit. I don't shake it, I just let it sit, and the bacteria start to eat the sugar out of it, and it gives it such a nice flavor. Stick this in your refrigerator, and then the next morning, when you take it out of the refrigerator, you have breakfast. Kefir rice pudding.